Dr. Guyton, the proud principal of Northview Elementary School. It is an honor and a privilege to serve your grandchildren, in some cases great-grandchildren. I never thought I would see the day when I would oversee great-grandchildren. I know, how many great-grandparents we have in the room? Look at these beautiful great-grandparents. Oh my goodness, I aspire to be like you. Let's give them a round of applause for great-grandparents. Woo-wee. I know you have stories after stories after stories. But the great thing about it is that you're alive to tell it. And we're so glad about it. So we're so grateful. If I can say this, and I hope I don't offend anyone, I thank God for all of you all. I really do, because you are the backbone of your families, and you have done a lot to inspire and to encourage our students here. And we want to just say thank you. When you see me, I'm never alone. I am never alone. When you see me, I'm never alone. But today you'll be able to see some of the people who stand behind me and who support me 110%. And I mean this, they do. So at this time, if all the staff members, our PTA president would stand, I want the parents to see who you are, to see who our supporters are. So Nurse Fran, I'm talking to you. Nurse Fran is here, so if you feel you need a nurse, just raise your hand. Okay, that's Nurse Fran. She serves our students and staff very well. Okay. In the back, we have two counselors, so if you have any mental problems you need to discuss, you can talk to them about it. If our counselor will stand in the back, Miss Dew, stand up, Miss Dew, there she is. And Mrs. Mays, come on, stand up. All right, all right. Come on, Miss Brandy, Miss Brandy, our PTA president. Woohoo! Over here in the back, let me see. Oh, my secretary is right over there. She's a grandparent this year. This is her first grandparent day. Stand up, Miss Hall. Yeah. And sitting across from her is her husband, Mr. Hall, who's our a board member. So stand up. Treasurer, right? I got that right. Treasurer. Need any money? Talk to him. In the back here, our cafeteria staff. These are the ones who are responsible for serving your children, and they do it so graciously. Let's give it up for our cafeteria staff. The ladies in red. How about that? Mr. Staples, you will come up here. This is our soldier, our leader, our all-around helper, our supporter. He gets up very early in the morning, makes sure our school is beautiful and clean, well organized, and gives us a well. Yes. So he goes over and beyond the call of duty. You will not find a cleaner school in this district. And if you do, check this out. If you do, it's because those men and women, they have been trained by Mr. Staten. That's the truth. That's the truth. So thank you so very much. Did I miss anyone? Who said me? You know what? When she walked in, stand up. Stand up, Miss Felicia, because I want to show everybody you. I told her I'm going to vote you the most fastest grandmama. Stand up. You want to get in the program. You want to get on the program. So I just added that to our list of superlatives. But grandparents, please know that I appreciate you. I can tell many of you all were born during the time in which I was born, and maybe a little bit before me. I'll be 60 in 2 more months. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? And I'm proud to tell it. And guess what? I think this is what helped me live longer. And maybe you all can contest this and relate to this too. I think it's because I follow rules. Rules were established, they were enforced, and they were enforced by the rod. They were enforced by the switches, by the broom, by the belt, by the ironing cord, by the wet towel, by the high heel shoes, by the boots, anything else? What? Plastic pans, anything else? Spatulas, did I miss anything else?
Glass water.
Glass water, did I miss anything else? Comb like this can say, I'm kind of glad I got some of those whippings. Because it made me stop and think. And some of you all say, well, you know what? If there was such a thing as abuse back in the day, did we get it? Our parents would be under the jail. Our parents would be under the jail. But how many of you all are still celebrating the life of your parents? Raise your hand. How many are celebrating the life of both parents? Ooh, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. How many are celebrating the lives of their fathers? Oh, that's a blessing. That is truly a blessing. What about the lives of their moms? Woo, woo. So those who've gone home and they're resting. We thank God for them training you all. So you have a charge to keep, and that is to train your children so that your children can train their children. So your children's children. Okay, so again, I thank you all for being here. I'm so grateful for all of our staff members. I am not the speaker, but I can talk. Oh, Officer Lee, this is our SRO Officer Lee. We're now in the day and time where we have to have officers in our school building, so he is graciously here. He protects us in turn and gives us Officer Lee. At this time, you have a program in front of you, so you've done the welcome. I've introduced the staff. Did I miss anyone? And then let me share with you the purpose of Grandparents' Day. There's a true purpose for Grandparents' Day, and you probably can come up with your own definition for Grandparents' Day, but the purpose for this holiday, as stated in the preamble to the statute, is to honor grandparents, to give grandparents an opportunity to show love for their children's children. And it is to help children become aware of the strength, information, the guidance, if I may add one more thing, and the wisdom that comes from older people, and what the older people have to offer. So Grandparents' Day is always on the second Sunday in September. So Sunday, you get a chance to celebrate again. Now this is what you all can do. When you go home, call your grandchildren and let them know that Grandparents' Day is Sunday. So that don't mean I keep you on Sunday. That means you take care of me on Sunday. Or go home on Sunday. Let me just say that one more time. Sunday is Grandparents' Day. Take it, love it. Take your grandchildren. They can go home. Go home. Okay? If they can't go home. If they can't go home, keep them there. Keep them there. If they can't go home, they already know. Okay? But if they can't, go home. Okay. At this time, I would like to bring a very special person as our speaker. Last year we had Mr. York Galbraith. Is he here? Okay, he'll be coming in, trust me. He is our volunteer. I call him extra. He's out on the curb working. He's forever working. Let me tell you a story about Mr. Galbraith. You all met him. He's always on the curb. But one day I was out working the curb, and it's hard to work the curb and manage what's going on inside the school as well. So I was outside one day. This is a true story. I was outside one day and I began to pray. I said, God, you're going to have to send me some help because I can't manage both things. And all of a sudden I turned around and this man was standing right there, Mr. Galbraith. He said, what are you doing? I said, I'm working the curb. I'm welcoming parents and all. He said, can you go in the building? I got this. I got this. And he's been having this this is his second year on this. So you'll get a chance to see him. When I say Mr. Galbraith, you all give him a good round of applause. Some kids call him Grandpa. But most of us call him Mr. York because that's his first name. Because his last name, the kids have problems with pronouncing that. But at this time, I'm going to be a very special person to you. But I'm going to tell you how I had an opportunity to meet her through her granddaughter. So by where this pretty lady is sitting at in this blue hat here, blue cap, right about there, a beautiful girl stopped me. And it was the granddaughter, one of the granddaughters of our speaker. And she looked at me, she said, Dr. Guyton, on Grandparents' Day, can you invite my grandmother to speak? And so with all of that, what was I supposed to say? I said, yes, Cadence, yes. I'm going to call your grandmother. And so I saw her mother, and I said, you know, one of your daughters volunteered you. I said, now, is your mother your grandmother? She said, that's my mother or stepmother. That's my stepmother. So she invited her. I said, so give me her number so I can call her. So at this time, I bring to you the lovely Mrs. Jerry Robinson. Let's give it up for her as she comes. She'll speak to you about 10 minutes or so, and then we'll move on, okay? All right. Let's give it up for her one more time.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thanks to Cadence, here I stand. But I do want to say good morning and thank Dr. Guyton for accepting Cadence request. Now I was thinking, okay, what do I say to the grandparents? I have 8 grandchildren, so I have a lot to say. But we're not going to talk about them this morning. We're going to talk about you all. All right? I want to start with the few quotes. Who needs a fairy godmother when you have a grandfather? Or, I'm sorry, let me say it again. Who needs a fairy godmother when you have a grandmother? Who needs a genie in the bottle when you have a grandpa or a papa? Okay? That's us. Our children, our grandchildren need us. Only the best parents get promoted to grandparents. Woohoo! We're the best grandparents if we got promoted to grandparents. I wanted 6 children. You know, when I was younger, I only had 2. Praise the Lord. But out of those 2, I have 8 grandchildren. 7 girls and 1 boy. And I love them dearly. I love them dearly. The joy of grandchildren is measured in the heart. Is that true? They're in your heart. They pull your heart. You thought your children pulled your heartstrings. But those grandkids, I mean, they pull on it. And you're like, oh. Every which way they pull on it. What happens, I like this one. What happens at Grandma and Grandpa's house stays at Grandma's and Grandpa's house. Because we don't do things like the mom and dads do. Totally different. We give them that long stick. Say, come on now. Because we hear the parents, you know, sometimes fussing at them. You're going to get it, you're here to get a whooping. So when they come around us, we're like, oh, come on, it's going to be okay. But yet, letting them know, if you were wrong, you deserve that. But we have to kind of pet them up a little bit. Is that right? That's right. All right. The most blessed person I know is being a grandparent. Sometimes you think these children are getting on my nerves. But let me quote a little bit from the Bible, if you don't mind. Children are our inheritance. They are our inheritance. And that's why it's so important that we pour into them and pour into them and pour into them and keep talking and keep talking and keep praying for them and keep talking and keep talking and keep talking. Because eventually, guess what? They'll get it. Don't give up on them. You know, make sure that you're calling them by their name. They're not stupid. They're not crazy. There's not those other words that we sometimes say. Because whatever you say to them is going into them. Going into their spirit. I'll say that. Okay. And so whatever you say, that when you plant something in a child, it's going to produce a harvest in their life. If you keep telling the child, you owe bad thing, you owe bad thing, you owe bad thing, you owe fast girl, you owe fast girl, you so stupid, you so hard-headed, guess what? Guess what you're producing? A bad thing. A hard-headed child. You'll never be nothing. So let's change our words. You know, we've all said things that we should not have said, but it's not too late to correct those. I started to say amen, I'm sorry. Right? Amen. It's not too late. It's not too late. We still have time. If they're still here, we still, I'm about to cry, sorry. We still have time.
That's right, that's right.
Time is on our side.
It is.
grandchildren are precious gifts from God. They're gifts.
They are.
They're gifts. If you get a nice gift, you don't throw it around. You get a nice gift, you don't throw it away. You treasure it. So let's treasure our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren. I'm not there yet. Not ready for that. The oldest one is 19. But I tell the girl, don't do it. Stay away from them. No. Go to college. She's a sophomore in college now. And I keep pushing her. You can do it. Be better than me. Be better than your mother. Be better than your other grandmother. You always want to push them to do better. If you see me and you like what you see, then do better than what you see. Encourage them to always do better than what they see. No matter what environment that they live in, they can always do better. I know that for a fact. My grandchildren are the light of my life. We can be sad, we can be down. When those grandkids come in and they give us a hug around our neck, oh, it's just like, whoa, somebody loves me. And you know your grandchildren do, whether it's for the gifts or not, they still love you. Just to share a little thing with you about, the kids were over and I said, okay, I have an announcement to make. I'm going to have to start cutting back on the presents and all of that because I'm trying to retire. You know what they say? Don't retire, Grandma. So children that want those gifts, you've been giving it to them, you got to make a way to keep giving those good gifts. And I know God will do that for me. Okay? Okay, so that's a little bit about the quotes. What I did is, I looked up some words for grandparents. For G, we're go-getters, right? We're go-getters. If they call, if we can go, what do we do? Go. Right. A go-getter is a person that works very hard. And grandparents work hard. If you don't work hard thinking, you work hard praying, you work hard buying.
It's true.
Come on. Grandparents work hard. And the most important thing that I'd like to say to us is that we would pray for our children. You may not know how to pray, but you can say, Lord, have mercy. Anybody can say that. And he knows what you mean. So if you're not a prayer, guess what? Maybe a good time to start. Because our children are going through a lot, they see a lot, they're in a lot, and if we don't have people that are praying for them, then they don't know what to do. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. All right. Grandparents are ready. Are you ready? Yes. That means you're available for immediate assistance. Immediate assistance. That's what grandparents are. We're immediate people. Hey, I need help. I can't do so-and-so and so-and-so. Can you buy this? Oh, Granny, you know my birthday is coming. Immediate assistance. That was for R. A, able. Grandparents are able. Are you able?
Able. Yes.
You might not be able to do everything, but you can do something. So we are able.
Yes.
Just raise your hand and say, able. Able. All right. That means you have power. You have skill. And you have money. That's what the grandkids want to know about. Do you have any money? Oh, you don't have no money. They get the saddest face when you say you don't have money. But if you can have power and skill, that sometimes it will take the place of having the money.
Absolutely.
Grandparents are needed. You are needed.
Yes.
Sometimes you get discouraged. You feel like those grandkids don't love me. But whether they love you or not, you have a responsibility to love them. You are needed. They need you. They need your hugs. They need your kisses. They need your encouragement. They need your discipline as well. Grandparents are determined. Yes. We are determined. We're not going to let anything hurt our grandchildren.
No, we're not.
Don't try it. Don't do it. I always tell them, don't let me take off my earrings. You mess with my grandkids, the earrings come off.
Yes,
The P, purposeful. We have a clear aim. We aim at the bullseye. You got your, get it right now. You got your bow, you got it right here, and you're aiming because you want your grandchildren to be the best. And so you're aiming for something in their lives. Keep aiming high for them.
That's right.
No matter what they look like right now, if you keep aiming high, they're subject to change. Whew, I'll let that just sink in for 1 minute. I'll get a drink here. Okay, the letter P. You're purposeful. You're purposeful. A, you have answers. You might say, I don't know the answer to that question, but I'm telling you something about your grandchildren. It doesn't have to be an elegant answer. It doesn't have to be a 20-minute answer. You know how you ask somebody a question, they go on for 20 minutes? It doesn't have to be all of that. But you have the answers. If you don't have them, guess what? We get them. Uh-oh. Do we get the answers? If you don't know it, just don't tell them you don't know. Tell them, I don't know, but guess what? I'm going to get the answer for you. I'm going to find somebody that knows the answer to that question. Number one, I like this one, R. We're resilient. Yes. Grandparents are resilient. You raise children, you're resilient. You raise 2 boys, you're resilient. You are resilient. You take a licking and you keep on ticking. Anybody out there has some licking? So look at you. Look at you. You're still ticking. You're still moving. Keep moving. Number E, entertaining. Grandparents are entertaining. I like to make my grandkids laugh. Making all kinds of faces, you know, doing all kinds of things, funny gestures or whatever. Make them laugh. They have enough sadness. Make them laugh. Find a funny joke. You know, why did the clock cross the road? They'll be like, oh my God. But you're making them laugh. They need laughter. We're entertaining. Entertain your grandchildren. It's not always about where you can take them. It's what you can do in your home. With the 7 granddaughters, every time they come over, guess what? Granny, where's your jewelry? Can we get some lipstick? Can we get some makeup? And Xavier, the one more, is going, oh. But what about me? But you can entertain your grandchildren. Number one, grandparents are nosy. We want to know. What did their mama do? What did daddy say? We bring them in, we just talk to them. But we don't go back and tell the parents, well, Cadence told me so-and-so and so-and-so. No. If you go back and tell, guess what? They'll never tell you again. So be nosy, get the information, hide it in your heart, pray about it. Amen? Oh, I'm sorry. They say whatever's in you's going to come out. And it's in me, I can't help it. I'm an amen child. Okay. We're tempered. Now what does that mean? We can be cold, we can be cool, but don't let us get hot. And when we get hot, we go on a mission. But grandparents are tempered. You got to know when to be cold, you got to know when to be hot. You got to know when to step back, you got to know when to be quiet. Woo, that's a good one. The last one, S. Grandparents are successful. You are successful. If you're in this room today, you are successful. Maybe you haven't done everything right all the time, or said all the right things, or even when they looked at your life, they was like, oh, I don't want to be like grandma. Woo! Oh, I don't want to be like grandpa. But we still have time. If there's been failure, we still have time for success. We can achieve and we can reach every goal. Thank you.
Excellent. Let's give her another round of applause. I'm a note taker. I'm going to take a note from a note taker. Let's say this. Go grandparents. Go grandparents. Oh, I got a little bit more of that. Go grandparents. Go grandparents. One more time. Go grandparents. Go grandparents. And invite my grandmother to speak. I got that now. Beautiful. And you know what? We have some beautiful grandchildren here. We are so honored to serve them. And your daughter-in-law, she is so precious. She's always here, always here. She realized we had an overcrowded first grade classrooms. And instead of her coming here and going back home, she stopped and gave up her time to help out in those kindergarten, first grade classrooms, So any of our grandparents, if you feel a urgency or need in your heart that you want to give back and spend time in classrooms, just let us know, okay? So at this time, Mrs. Roberts, if I get you to come back up here, I have something for you. I got to tell you all another true story. You all may say, well, do you have any lies to tell? Plenty. But I reserve my lies. But this is a gift, a token of love. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Here's my true story. Most of the stories I tell are true. Because I'm grown now, so I don't have to lie. But I was talking to a parent the other day, and she's having some difficulties getting her child enrolled here. There's some things, there are requirements to get students enrolled in the school. Anybody's school, you have to have, there are requirements. And so this parent, she was going on, she said, let me ask you something. She said, you act like I'm lying. I said, no ma'am. I said, I don't think you're lying, you know. And she said, well, can I ask you this? Does anybody ever lie to get in your school? I said, maybe so, but I don't know. And she said, well, what are you all doing up there? People got to lie to get in your school. And so I said, well, you know what? We love on our children an awful lot, and we teach them an awful lot. So at this school, we love and learn. Every child can tell you, we love and learn. Isn't that right, grandmother? We love and learn. We love and learn. We love and learn. We train our boys, and we continue to love on our girls. We flip that. We flip that. See, in the home, sometimes we love on our boys, guilty, and we train our girls. Okay? We flip that here. We train our boys, and we love on our girls. Is that all right? Remember I told you we have an angel here. Where did he go? Mr. Galbraith, Mr. York. He was... Can you get him for me? Because he's forever working. He'll take the broom out of Mr. Staten's hands and you get to work. So this is a part of a program we call the honesty game. You got to be honest because I'm not checking anybody's ID. So I'm not counting hairs on your head. So you have to be honest, okay? We have two grandparents who arrived here before 8:30. Okay, one of them is a grandmother of my own heart. She just as stubborn as she want to be. She know why I call her that. So I have grandmama in the purple right there. I'm going to bring you a gift, okay? This is the first grandmother to arrive. The second grandmother to arrive. Where are you? I put 2 on your bag. There you are. I don't even know what's in here. Let me tell you why I call her stubborn grandmother, a grandmother after my own heart. She came in. May I tell this story, grandmother? May I tell the story? Okay. She came in on a caller ride, and she's on her walker. She walked across the bridge. She did an excellent job. She came to the office. So I said, well, Grandparents' Day is downstairs. How can we get you downstairs? She said, well, I'm going to take that ramp, and I'm just going to go on downstairs. I said, no, I need you. Mr. York? I said, no, I'm going to need one of my male teachers to walk you around. So he comes back in, and she's sitting out on the curb. I said, now that's a stubborn grandmother. You just can't give up that easily. I said, no, you go back out there and tell her we're going to give her a wheelchair. We're going to wheel her down. I said, wait a minute, she's going to need two male escorts. I called another guy to come and help her. I would have done the same thing. She said, I'm going to sit and sip all the way down the hill. No, you're not going to sit and sip all the way down the hill. Mr. York, I told you, Angel, he's here 1 minute and gone the next. Mr. York, he went that way. Mr. York, come on in here. Mr. York, let's get up Mr. York. Woo! Our volunteer extraordinaire, I tell you, this is my angel. So when I was standing here on the curb, God dropped him here. And he's been working every since. So let's give him a ride. Thank you.
Okay, I got you back to work, y'all.
He's got work to do. So we've honored the first grandmother to arrive, the second grandmother to arrive. Mr. York, for being the volunteer extraordinaire, he's here every day. And I don't think he'll mind me telling you all this. He's here every day, but he suffers with cancer. You will never know it. After chemo, his doctors asked him to go home and rest. He said, I got a job to do. God has given me a job to do, and I can't lay down on that job. He said, I got to be here every day. That's why he said, and again, we thank our speaker. You know we're going to have the back, right? Amen. Okay. So, now, I need to find out the two oldest grandparents. So I start right here. Right here. Let's go high. I was going to start at 60, but I'm going to look around the room. Let's start at 70. Do we have anybody older than 70? Okay. Anybody older than 70? Okay. Anybody older than 80? Okay. Uh-oh. Anybody older than 80? We have two people older. 80. Remember, you stand up for 80?
70.
70. Okay,
I'm 71.
He's 82. Who's 82? I can't see. That's what I'm talking about. Are you my other grandmother over here? How old are you, grandmother? 81. Come on up here. Let's give him a round of applause. Oh my goodness. How am I going to look too good? Thank you. Good too. Amen, yes. Let's see, who is our youngest grandparent? Our youngest grandparent. So let's start right here. 30. Baby, your grandparent back there in the black. Oh. Are you your grandparent? Now I know you are, Mr. Rock, Mr. Pat, sometimes. Grandmama Rock. Is she your grandmother for real? She's not. Stop playing. Hard work. You just can't be a grandparent because you want to be. Hard work, girl. She's not here to message. You know what? She's here to message. She's going to walk around. She didn't hear the message. You have to hear the message. Sit and get the wisdom. Okay. Let's start at you youngest. You're 41. Anybody younger than 41? How old are you, my baby? You how old? Are you really? Anybody younger than 38? You know we got to give her a lot of love and support, right? Come on up, grandmama. Come on, grandmama. So you're beautiful. 38 years old. Beautiful. Isn't that awesome? I told my daughter that I didn't want to be a grandparent until I was 50. She didn't hear that. I didn't want to be a grandparent until I was 50. I had a plan. Oh well. Messed up my plan. Now let's see the grandparent with the most grandchildren. Not great-grandchildren. Hey baby, you raise your hand one more time and they're black back there. Okay. The grandparent with the most grandchildren. Not great-grands, grandchildren. Okay, because they're the ones who made you grandparents. So let's start at you got the most. You better not say 20. 7, 27. wonderful weekend. Have a blessed Grandparents' Day. Know that every day is Grandparents' Day for real. Okay? And please know that I appreciate you. If we can do anything for you, please do not hesitate to call us. We love on you. We love you. We will love on you. And we love your children, your grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. All 27 of them. Okay. At this time, we want to give you an opportunity to actually visit your grandchildren's classroom. Now, some of you all came in, so you know the classroom where your grandchildren are located. And their teacher's name, you know that, so you're free to go in just a minute. If you don't know, I have a list here, and the three ladies in the back, with Brandy, and our counselor in the back, we have a class list, so we can get you to the classrooms, okay? But basically, if I can share this with you, basically, starting in this corner right here is pre-K, and down on this side, and